Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a new drugstore foundation that I found and I have become obsessed with it. I am wearing it right now and I know there would be no way for you to tell that I'm wearing a drugstore foundation. And I kind of updated my base a little bit, so I wanted to show you guys that. And we're going to be going from basically, well, not basically, nothing on the skin to this full glam look. So if you want to see that, then keep watching. Side note, it's really brave of me to be filming in like a matching set that's this light color. I always do this, but thankfully I did not get anything on my outfit. I'm getting ready to spend the day outside and it is really hot out, and I found the best drugstore foundation. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, Anthea, this has existed. Why are you so late on it? I don't know why I'm so late on it. Don't ask. But I already prepped my skin and now I'm going to go ahead and color correct. So I'm just going to do my usual base, but I want you to see what it looks like with this new foundation. So this is the Liquid VO2 by Vasanti. I love this color corrector. It is a lifesaver for me. It helps neutralize any darkness around the eyes, around the lips. It's very common for women of color to have a little bit of hyperpigmentation around the lips. And also if you have any acne scarring or anything like that, like hyperpigmentation from that, you can apply this there and it'll just neutralize and correct any darkness. If you don't do it, you'll notice that kind of gray shining through your foundation, which nobody wants. So I love this step. I can't live without it, to be honest. So blending with my damp beauty blender. I have a little spot on my nose. I'm just going to take a little bit there and blend. Okay, so now for the grand finale, because this is what I really wanted to talk about today. The NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. Okay, so this is a full coverage and I'm in the shade Honey. I'm like, okay, is Honey my perfect color right now for my tan? Like I'm tanned, obviously it's the summertime. I think we're okay with Honey. I don't want to get anything on my, you know what, I'm going to pump it directly on my hand. But I just want to show you guys how pretty the finish looks. And the reason why I'm talking about this again is because my mom, honestly, I put it on the other day for the first time. And my mom commented on how pretty my skin looks. And I was thinking, okay, whoa, that is a big deal for her to notice that I even changed anything. And I knew it was because of my base. So I'm going to put this on with a brush first, and then I like to blend with my beauty blender. What you're going to notice is if you apply it with a brush, like blend with a brush, it will come out even more full coverage than it already is, but you can layer this formula. So taking the back of my damp beauty blender, and I love to just pat it into the skin, and you can just see it starting to come together in such a nice way. Like, just look at that. The coverage is amazing and just the finish is amazing. And what's even more important is for someone like me who has oily skin, if I'm going to be going out and about and running errands and stuff like that, I need to know that my skin is not going to, like my face is not going to melt off. And this has not melted. I wore it yesterday to a garden party and my face was good. I got home, it was matte, completely matte still. And that is remarkable for me because I'm oily AF. So I'm just picking up whatever's left over on the back of my hand and like just dragging that on the brows. In the brow area, I drag it. But by the way, I'm rocking my old school brows. What do you guys think? It's a throwback. So I could just take it down the neck. Anytime I'm here, I'm like, I take it down the neck, and then yeah, anywhere you feel like needs a little bit more coverage, pick a little bit more up, and yeah, but I think it is flawless. Like I am just in love. And the fact that this is a drugstore foundation that is this good, it's very surprising to me, but at the same time not, because I feel like I've been giving drugstore products way more of a chance lately because of you guys, actually. You've been asking me to test out more drugstore options, and it's really expanded my horizons because yeah, I wouldn't have really ventured there any further without you guys asking. And I'm so glad I did, because who wants to spend a ton of money if you don't have to? So I've been obsessed with these two concealers lately. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, the new one. And this is the Jouer Concealer. So in this one, I'm in the shade Praline. And in this one, I have a lighter shade. It's in the shade Wheat. So you'll see how I can actually make both work for me. So the shade that's kind of closer to my skin tone, I'm just taking it and popping it in areas that I want to kind of neutralize as well. Like I want a little bit more coverage around the mouth, under the eyes, right here. And then I'm gonna drag it down the nose, but you'll see what I'm gonna do. So I take this and I kind of use it as a base to pop on the lighter shade. So the lighter shade is gonna be my highlight shade, of course. So that was kind of like the true concealer shade that matches. And then this is the highlight. So I like to take it under the eyes. The thing about the Jouer concealer is that, first of all, I love it. Like the coverage and everything is great, but it dries really quickly. So keep that in mind. So I'm just dragging that there. Okay, so what I do first is I blend out these parts where it doesn't have the highlighter yet. Then I'm gonna go in here, and then we're ready to do the under eye. I work quickly because, as I mentioned, the Jouer kind of does its own thing. It dries a little bit quickly. So we wanna have enough playtime for that. In other instances, if I had a different formula, sometimes I like to let my under eye just sit there for a little bit, the concealer, just so that it becomes a little bit more full coverage. But this situation is full coverage already. And as you can see, it blended out so nicely. It's not appearing too light or in an odd way or anything like that. The two of them just marry together and create the perfect shade, which I am very happy that I discovered this combo. This is what happens when you just like experiment so much with makeup. You just end up finding the perfect shades, the perfect techniques, and of course, I'm gonna share them with you guys. So then I just blend. But the Beauty Blender is truly a godsend. I don't know if a lot of you know the story of me with the Beauty Blender journey. At first, when I used the Beauty Blender, I didn't like it. And then I was thinking, why does every celeb MUA and everyone and their mother and brother and everyone just use the Beauty Blender? And I realized it's because it's freaking amazing. So I gave it a second chance, and I'm so glad I did because I haven't put it down since. So I'm just gonna quickly contour. I was just thinking, should I do it off camera? But I know you guys like seeing the full process, so I'm just gonna contour. I'm using the Huda Beauty Tantour, and the brush I'm using to apply is the 237 by MAC. I really like to warm up the skin a lot, especially in the summertime, because sometimes this will help warm up my foundation color. And as we know, I've just been getting more and more and more tanned. I've been doing outdoor activities and stuff, as I should. So I don't want to have like a lighter concealer, like a lighter face versus my body, which is sometimes a struggle because I keep getting consistently more and more tanned. And a lot of times I have to mix together shades to get my correct shade. So, but today I wanted to just show you straight up the new foundation and how nice it is. So I'm just popping this baby on. And I love this part of my routine, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I love all parts, but this part just makes me very happy. So I can just blend. Just look at that. Look at that. I just take my time with it. It's so pretty. But it also just all of a sudden gives you like such a chiseled, beautiful look that it's like, wow. Wow. Look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna keep saying, look at that, like after every blend. Okay, I'm gonna blend this all out and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I am baking right now. I just used the Laura Mercier Translucent and I'm grabbing my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This bronzer actually has become a staple in my routine, and I'll tell you why. Basically, I'm wearing it on my eyelids today, and on days that I just wanna like get stuff done and go, I like to just put a little bit of bronzer on my lids and then like I'm ready to go. It just gives some life back to the face. But what I really like is that there is a noticeable blurring effect because my eczema has been acting up so much, and it does not enhance any dryness on my eczema. It's the only powder that I've ever found that has acted in that way, which is really, really crazy to me. I don't know what she did, what Charlotte did. She's always on point. So yeah, I'm obsessed with this one. It is the Airbrush bronzer, and it's matte. It's a matte formula. It's really gorgeous. So I'm just using that to set around also my nose contour just lightly. Here we go. And for blush today, I'm thinking like, what blush are we doing? I'm excited. Anytime blush comes up, obviously we all know I am a blush addict. I'm not gonna lie to anyone. We already know this. I'm gonna take a little bit of this also on my under eye here because I like to just make everything cohesive by pulling that together. And you could see this is a really nice neutral look. Before choosing blush, I know I just got really excited about blush, but we will be there momentarily. We're just gonna highlight. I'm using Whisper of Guilt by MAC. It is just an OG formula that is truly amazing to me. And just the shade is perfect. I am so obsessed with it. Like, literally, just look at it. Oh my goodness. It is a stunner. So I'm just grabbing some highlight. Okay, I need a moment to pick out my blush. Like, I'm still trying to think ahead, like, what blush am I gonna use? Okay, I've decided that I'm gonna go in with Shelly by Benefit. This smells so good. So I'm just gonna, there's a little bit of fallout with these. I'm just gonna pop this on, and it is so pretty. I honestly, all of the new Benefit blushes, they're very highly pigmented, and I really love the finish of them. Just look at this one. And there's some shimmer in there. Love. There you have it, guys. That is the finished look. I am obsessed with the base right now, and I feel like this is what really did it. This is the one thing that I changed. But as I go and as the seasons change and everything, and as I try new products, of course, my base keeps changing. So I will keep updating you guys on what those changes are. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post every single Sunday, so you will see me on the scene. And comment below on what you want to see next, because I love getting suggestions from you guys, and I will see you next week.